the start of this year, a Tao Geoghegan Instagram post called out what he called cycling's problem with diversity and inclusivity. But more than that, Geoghegan announced that he would use his position as Giro D'Italia winner to try to address that issue by sponsoring an under-23 rider to ride with the UCI Continental team, Hagens Berman Axion. The chosen rider was Red Walters.
One of my friends, he just forwarded me the link of the post that Tao had done, I think, and he said, "Oh mate, this is perfect for you." Obviously I saw the post and I was like, yeah, that could be a really good opportunity. I know that in the UK at the sort of elite level, there's not a huge amount of diversity. It's been the case for probably 90% of races I've ever done where I'm the only black guy there, and you can sort of feel a little bit of eyes on you, where it's just, I think it's more just people don't tend to see that much diversity in cycling. When I was younger, there just wasn't really a whole lot of other black cyclists. At least in the UK, there'd be a couple. And it was never a conscious thought where, oh, well, maybe now, but at the start, it wasn't really a conscious thought of, there's hardly anyone who looks like me. It was more just you're less likely to picture yourself in that position.
Since August, Walters' position has been as part of the Hagens Berman Axion team. Run by Axel Merckx, son of the legendary Eddy Merckx, the team has an incredible record of developing young talent. Geoghegan is one of 39 riders who have progressed to the World Tour in the team's 13-year history.
From the Hackney marshes to the Italian Alps and now the streets of Milan, Tao Geoghegan is going to win the Giro D'Italia.
When I found out, when they told me, I was so excited. Tao is, super experienced. He knows a lot about everything. Axel, even more experienced, arguably. We've been messaging about just sort of little bits of advice. He's been super helpful, offering to help where he can. There's so many things where you don't really know who to ask. And it's just having someone who's been through it all, really. It's just okay, yeah, just ask Tao. One of the most humble, down-to-earth pros I've met, really. I've done 2 races now already. Juvenko's Overrides. That was a UCI 1.1, my first ever 1.1. And then 2 days later was Brussels Cycling Classic, which was a 1 Pro, my first ever 1 Pro. Just being in that kind of peloton is just miles away from anything, and I feel like I probably learned more in those 2 races than the last 2 years of lockdown and a little bit before as well. The type of rider I am, I'm a sprinter, really. I think, I try and be as diverse as possible. If I'm being honest with what's in my head, I'm sometimes trying to be modest with what I want to do in the future, but no, absolutely, in the future, Grand Tour stages, World Tour, and I think that's absolutely my goal. Obviously, it's a problem that's lacking diversity, so I appreciate that I do what I can to help promote it, and working with Black Cyclist Network, and yeah, I think I've had messages from people saying, I've watched all your videos and stuff, and I'm super inspired, or some parents been my kid, he's just going to cycling, he's 10 or something, and he loves your videos and he's a big fan. It's just that is so cool, and on a completely different level of my personal ambition, but equally it's just amazing. It's amazing when I hear those kind of messages.